Greetings and salutations live from my deck in near sunny Penticton, British Columbia. And welcome to the 7th annual, or second virtual, Taking Care of Business breakfast, or lunch, or dinner, or afternoon snack, whatever you're eating while potentially watching this production. My name is David Hansen, and many of you may recognize me as the MC from a number of other Pathways events over the last few years. I've been connected to this wonderful organization since 2004, and I'm a member of the board of directors. And so today, I bring you warm greetings on behalf of all of the members of our board. If this year's event had a theme, I believe it would be something like moving from simply coping to demonstrating a thriving resilience during a COVID pandemic. As you're aware, many of those living with mental illness struggled with feelings of loneliness and isolation prior to the onset of this lengthy worldwide pandemic. Fears were and are heightened. But thankfully, both Clubhouse members and staff have faced the challenges presented by these pandemic days head on. And while maintaining provincial health order directions, they've continued to reach out to those members requiring assistance, physically where appropriate, or by using newly acquired technology to connect via social media and just say hi, or via live streaming of Clubhouse meetings and other activities and events that can serve to bring people safely together once again. Today, once again, I'd like to take a few moments to reach out and say thank you to you, our business sponsors and supporters, and to recognize and celebrate the work and effort of Richmond Clubhouse members and staff that you as employers, businesses, individual donors, and the community at large continue to support. So now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce a short video produced by our members and staff that will serve to introduce you to them and a few of their places of employment. I'm back, and now to provide some detail and give you all a quick look at what has been going on up front and behind the scenes at Pathways, I get to introduce the man who needs no introduction, Dave McDonald.
It's just over a year ago that Pathways Clubhouse had to shut its door due to COVID-19. Definitely devastating to our community that we had to practice this physical distancing since we're so socially connected and that. But eventually, after a few months, we operated a hybrid model. But we couldn't have done it alone. But it's because of supporters like you and many other individuals that we're able to do that type of operation. It's so much more giving of time, of finances, of items, and so we're so grateful for that. And even during the important times of the year to our Clubhouse members of Christmas and Thanksgiving, you really stepped up to the plate, and we want to thank you. And we also want to show you what's been happening at Pathways Clubhouse for this past year with this little video.
I like working in kitchens. I feel it's something like meaningful to me that I could give back and kind of like helps me mentally as well. Like there's a few people I've met that I could tell are passionate, they enjoy coming here, and being able to be around people that have experienced mental health or have an education, it's kind of an eye-opener for me. Coming here has really changed my views and opinions around mental health. And I'd say a lot of like meal planning, a lot of kind of like ideas for socials, preparing meals, cleaning. I'm kind of taking like ideas from different members and coming together and sitting at a table and kind of brainstorming, for example, are some of the things that I've done so far and seen people do, and it's pretty great.
I meet people, I'm not isolating myself. I like the camaraderie of it, and it gets me out of the house, and I'm not staring at four walls and not watching TV all the time. My greatest fear is I watch TV all day, and I don't want to do that. I had a St. Patrick's Day thing last night was a scary movie about this leprechaun that was really kind of creepy. Then we've had Chinese New Year, and I remember one year Milan was saying we had an Easter thing where we colored Easter eggs. It's just to socialize with people and not get isolated. No, because it doesn't work. It's fun. It's different. I think it's different if it was work, but it's not work to me. I have a good relationship with Ashley, and we like to bake together, so maybe that's part of it. Yeah. And it's not like I'm going to work and working in a kitchen, because when I go to work and work in a kitchen, I'm doing this. When I'm upstairs, I'm not really doing it. I'm just sort of having fun.
About a little over a year ago, I wanted to do some more volunteering and at the same time also socialize with more people as well, because I've lived in Richmond over 20 years and I like to give something back to the community. It doesn't matter how small it is, but everything counts. It really does. Well, I enjoy the company that I'm with. We have good laughs, and then the thing is also, if there's anything else I can do, they usually have something for me to do as well.
I've done some work with the garbage, recycling, well, whatever needs doing, basically, on the day. Like, I've sort of volunteered. Working on posters, working on, working on different types of projects that work at the time. Phone calls.
So right now I'm in charge of the birthday cards. What I do is I stamp them, I make up a few ahead of time, so if I can't make it, then someone else can take over. Yeah, cool. And then the hard work is done for them.
2 years ago I had a stroke, and across the street over here at Transitions, my counselor, she suggested I might want to come here and for some housing support initially. When I applied, they took me on a tour throughout the Clubhouse, and they had me help out a bit, upstairs and downstairs. Well, it's a sense of fulfillment, and I want to give back to the community that's helped me so much since I've had my stroke.
Yeah, the administration work is really kind of, it's the untold story of what goes on in the Clubhouse. It's that sort of hidden gem, and we get to apply for grants to help support the Clubhouse financially. We get to put on special events to thank our sponsors and our supporters. Yeah, it's a really positive thing. We get to do governance work, so I help out in administration because it helps me, as well as helping the rest of the Clubhouse. So it helps the Clubhouse because the work that I do, whether it's working on the website or helping write a grant, it helps support it helps support the Clubhouse, and at the same time it helps me because it helps with my recovery to do work that's meaningful.
Well, let me come to housing first. I mean, I'm living in a dream home. Like, really, this is my home. I'm not going anywhere from here. And I have to thank every step of the way. Pathways, Una, Tanya. I mean, actually Tanya helped me get my first apartment, which was a basement. She actually came with me, talked to the landlord, arranged everything. Like, it was like I just sat there. She did it, everything. And I got the unit. But when they said that the units in stories were coming up, and I was saying, oh man, if I could. And then I remember we went to see the unit, and Tanya and Una were there, and we looked at the unit. I said, oh wow. So that's it. That's my dream home.
So our housing program is there to support members with finding affordable, comfortable, and safe housing. Housing is a basic need of everyone. It's one of the basic needs, shelter. So our housing program provides members with housing support services as well as a subsidy. So the housing support looks like a housing worker helping them find housing, assisting them with, going grocery shopping, to the dentist, whatever they may need. They may need help with life skills and things like that. Well, the need of housing in Richmond is great. I see so many people coming and, you know, wondering about housing options, affordable housing options, and yeah, so there's really just a real need for the housing. So we're really excited about our new housing project. Members and staff came together. So members were involved right from the start in picking and choosing the name, Rio Vista. It's going to be a beautiful spot right at the south end of the two-road bridge. Really, affordability in Richmond is, there is no affordability in Richmond, so it's giving members an opportunity, or people an opportunity with lower incomes, to live just like everyone else in a nice, beautiful, a beautiful place to call their own, a beautiful house, beautiful home.
When it comes to work, again, I mean, right up to the age of 60, I never held a steady job in my life, like really. So, you know, the work, the encouragement, the confidence I got to be able to do the work and to stick to the work is all because of the support from my project manager, like Colin. Before Colin, it was Lindsay and Laura and Una, the three my managers. And then when Lindsay left, Colin came in. But their support every step of the way. Especially, I mean, if you're aware of Heather Bray, going early in the morning with poor weather. So Colleen or Laura would come and give me a ride if I couldn't make it to the bus stop and all that. So, you know, with their support, I can today like brag about being able to do a job and stick to it.
We do it so that the members get a chance to participate in creating a better wellness and a healthy lifestyle. So we do exercises that everyone could take part in. There's some exercises that are more strenuous. There's some exercises that are more for our less mobile members. So I lead in the stretch class, and it's for me an opportunity to assist members with their healthy lifestyles. I also participate in yoga classes as well as dance strength class.
There has absolutely been a need. We've been inundated since March 16th when we closed our doors, and prior to, in fact, hearing about it all over Canada. We've been inundated with information and resources and supports and webinars, and we are really blessed to have something called Zoom. And I feel like we are really blessed to have such great community partners that we can connect with and help disseminate information to people, contact them virtually, connect with them virtually. They are community groups that are likewise offering support to people that may be overwhelmed, struggling on so many different levels, financially, emotionally, socially. And so they have asked for support and input and education. I know that because of the asks, yes, children and families who are snuggled in at home and maybe not always having an ideal home life because of the intensity. So families and children and youth for sure, we've been talked to about, as well as, yes, the seniors as well, because it's sometimes a lonely existence. There's so many changes that are happening as we age, and individuals are feeling isolated, and our social connection is so incredibly important.
We're excited about the work that's been taking place in our youth and young adult program this past year. Even during COVID-19, we're able to provide much needed services to younger people, and that it's grown and expanded because of the many supporters like you who are able to support us with this work. To really see what's happening with it, we have one of our youth who's participating in the program who's going to share her experience.
I went to my first youth focus group in August, and ever since I've kept in touch with the youth program leaders, and I've gone to many socials and I really enjoy connecting with everyone, and I think it's a super welcoming community of people, and I'm very grateful to have amazing role models to look up to, and I think it's really important to open up the conversation about mental health with youth because there is a big stigma and that needs to be eliminated. And yeah, I'm very thankful for everything that I've gotten to do with Pathways, and I'm looking forward to creating new memories.
Wow. Lots of great work continues to be done, and it is very important to acknowledge the flexibility and the resilience of Pathways, Clubhouse, staff, and members. And they're coming together to care for one another and the community during these challenging times. Pathways remains here to help. As always, if you need help, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always willing to offer some form of help, whether it be in person or by phone or via our website or one of our many social media accounts. The number of friends that we keep in touch with continues to grow. And while Pathways is always happy to receive cash donations, we also recognize that you may be facing challenging financial times yourselves. Maybe during these difficult times, there is something that you or your organization can offer in kind to help Pathways out as they look to face the months and the year ahead. A product, or perhaps a service. But this year, my special ask of you as the business community is around Pathways' Transitional Employment Program. Can you, or your business, or maybe a friend's business, offer the Pathways members an employment opportunity? This is a cornerstone and a huge step to end the cycle of dependence and isolation that often prolongs the devastating effects of mental illness on both individuals and their families. Are you able to join the community of businesses around the world and locally that are helping Clubhouse members become respected members of their communities? I'll leave you to think on that. As always, please take some time and give it some thought, but don't let it slip away. At the end of this presentation, a link to the Pathways website will be provided to help you connect and continue to stay connected with us. So, from the bottom of my heart, from here in Penticton, BC, I thank you, and I hope to see you again real soon in person. Please stay safe, and please stay healthy. Thank you.